Hi, this is Shavik. How are you all doing? The world is talking about super apps. I represent one. The germination of super apps was not the US, not Europe, not India, Southeast Asia and China. In emerging countries, the hook was required for men, women, age agnostic. An old man, an old woman, a middle-aged man, middle-aged woman, a young millennial. What was the need for? The need was simply for people couldn't afford $1,000 smartphones. They couldn't afford $700, $800 smartphones. They could only afford $100 or a $200 smartphones. In India, the biggest number of smartphones in popular usage varies between 10 to 20,000 rupees, which is used as an aspirational instrument across 10,000 villages, 900 towns, and about 100 cities of India. Tier 1, Tier 2, Tier 3 agnostic. Now, in Southeast Asia, like Indonesia, China, the population density is extremely heavy, similar to India. India has 1.4 billion people, China has 1.52 billion people. Indonesia had almost a few hundred millions of people. Smartphone penetration is absolutely thriving in these economies. Now, a $200 smartphone can't have 150 apps or 200 apps. Your iPhone and your expensive OnePluses or Samsungs, of course, can have. And that's the segment on a demographic of the planet, which actually has the wallet share. Now, in an emerging economy, a $100, $200 smartphone has a certain amount of compute, certain amount of RAM, certain amount of battery storage, and the ability to host an average of 50 MB apps to 100 to 200 MB apps will burn your phone after a certain point of usage. Hence, the invention of WeChat with the hook of chat, invention of Lazada with the hook of retail commerce, invention of fundamentally Grab, which was a e-tech app and became a super app. Gojek was a ride-hailing app and became a super app with the hook of ride-hailing, food tech. And if you take the India context, Paytm, which started with payments and has tried to be a super app. The super app ecosystem fundamentally allows people's life to become simple with a singular hook: payments, commerce, chat, loyalty in tataneu's case. But prima facie, it's a lot of app utilization, journey-based, UX marriages-based, seamless experience for the customer of this part of the planet. Also, the network plays a big important part. The network is not 4G mature. The network is not 5G yet. And the smartphones of that nature can deal with the fundamentals of an app-in-app journey, a native app-in-app commerce journey, a native app-in-app browser-based journey. It could be a PWA or a mobile web, but fundamentally it's an SDK marriages and APK marriages. That was the crux. A lot of apps to one single app with one single hook. You will see a lot more super apps coming of age in India. You will see a lot more super apps coming of age in Asia Pac, Southeast Asia. Maybe somewhere in Britain, maybe somewhere in France, maybe somewhere in US, somebody will try to solve these problems, but it fundamentally stems from the need. Fundamentally, today's need is different in the eastern part of the world than the western part of the world. On that note, I would say my point of view is super apps will be a phenomena in the density-driven population countries in this part of the world. As a result, many more will come. On that note, I will finish today's topic and conversation, and I'll see you with another topic very soon, very shortly. Goodbye, whichever where in part of the world you are. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, good night. Thank you.